Wait, you apprentice. I've gleaned much since our interrogation of the Republic agent here on Dromund Kaas. I have deduced that Noman Carr brought his Padawan Jaisa Wilson to Tatooine to train with a legendary master named Yonlock. Years ago, I urged the Dark Council to hunt down and destroy this Jedi. They refused, and Yonlock went into hiding on Tatooine.
Now I have to mop up the Council's mistake.
It won't be the last time. The Dark Council often lacks foresight. Yonlock is the one who brought the Padawan's powers into expression. Now they share a special bond. Find him and destroy him.
Where do you suggest I begin?
My servant Sarlacc Biv will guide you. She's eccentric, an acquired taste, but give her the benefit of the doubt.
I'm making no promises.
I will often indulge your whims, apprentice, as long as you deliver results, but in this case, mold yourself closely to my commands. That is all.
Alright, let's go see the place where Anakin just fuck shit up. I don't know why, but I'm less infused about coming here than I should be.
I am Sarlacc Reeve.
Is that the word? Infused?
Our Lord and Master Darth Baras bid me to impart
Yeah,
my
enthusiasm,
knowledge of this
infused.
planet.
Okay, yeah,
And
I'm less
help me track
infused than I
down
should
the
be to
Jedi
be on
Master
Tatooine right now.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Because it's not a
I
Star
will be
Wars
your
game if there
compass.
isn't Tatooine.
You will find Master Yonlock by tracing the path the Padawan and her master took. I can tell you where they started. I followed them to the forbidden lair of the ancient sand demon, a terrible beast. The Padawan left her weapons and entered alone. Impossibly, she returned unscathed.
Is this like the Luke Skywalker
Now you've got my undivided attention.
test where it's the
The sand demon
leave
is
your
the
weapons,
fiercest creature
need
on
them,
this
you will
planet.
not.
You don't just walk into its lair and
But then he
return
takes his
without a
weapons anyway and
scratch.
then he
I
sees Darth
investigated
Vader and he
further.
kills Darth Vader,
The
but it
beast
turns
was
out to be
there, also
him.
undamaged.
You remember that
What was
scene?
perplexing?
That was a cool
Its
scene.
skin was glistening.
That is very confusing. Was it bleeding?
Not blood as from a wound. More like the layer of living gel one is born into the world covered in. What happened in that cave is a mystery, as is where the Padawan and her master went afterwards. There is one man on Tatooine who might be able to explain. Isabeau Jeef. He's as old as the sand. Part madman, part soothsayer.
Tell me more about this man.
They say the planet talks to him. He predicts sandstorms and directs search parties to lost children. It will
Are
not
you
be
a
easy to
Sith?
speak with Jeef. The small
'Cause you
farming
have a-
settlement
you have
where
a
he lives has been overrun by
vibro
exchanged
sword.
thugs.
You work
The
for Darth
exchange hates
Baras.
the Empire for running them out of Mos Ela.
Are you
They will
Force
allow me to
affiliated?
pass, but they'll attack you on sight.
They won't see me coming until it's too late.
Like, it's weird to see a
Then I will meet you
spiritual
at Isabeau Jeef's hut.
blade wielder who's not Force affiliated.
My lord, welcome to Tatooine. If you hold a moment, I can provide directions to the research center.
I wasn't aware of any research center.
You're... sorry, my error. Much of the Imperial traffic we get is assigned to the archaeological expedition. Security, scientific equipment. They don't tell me what it's for. If you're going to be here long, you might wish to consult with Captain Gola. We wouldn't want to interfere with Sith activity.
You have been most helpful.
These are the center's coordinates. I'll alert them that you may be coming.
My lord, I'm sorry for whatever business brings you to this worthless wasteland. You interested in striking a blow against the exchange? Sooner the Empire tightens the noose, the sooner most of us can ship home. Gangsters are smuggling our explosives out of Mos Ila, selling them to the Republic. We need to show them it's a bad idea.
Bring me up to speed.
The Exchange has been hiding their haul in back alleys until they consolidate for a big shipment. We need our explosives back, and we need to find out who's running their operation. If you'll help, I'll get you locations for all suspected stashes. But be careful. We've already lost good soldiers to the Exchange guards.
I'll handle anything that dares to get in my way.
If any of their men attack, search them. They must have a base, a way to communicate. Retrieving the explosives is important, but we must get to their leaders to stop this problem for good.
Keeler, I need those water readings. We won't get more supplies without a report.
Sorry, sir. I'll check as soon as I can. Sand in the gauges.
Blast. Bring in some local technicians. See if they can fix us up while I greet our guests. My lord, Varden Gola, Imperial Reclamation Service. I've run excavations on Zeost, Malachor II, and Nimdrovis. But add a little heat and dust and we've got nothing but trouble.
I want to point out how bullshit that excuse sounds. Sorry, sir, I'm having trouble with my work. Sand in the gauges.
We'll have to go through...
It's like, it's a space age shit. And you tell me a bit of sand in the gauges stops it? You've come to a desert planet. I'm not prepared for this.
Digging and scraping where I cannot. We came to Tatooine to solve a mystery. One of dead men and desert secrets. Not for conquest, but for power.
Your team doesn't look like they could last a day in the wastes.
Careful what you say. We've lost many, yes. The captain's brother died in one of the trapped tombs of Duxon.
That was Keeler's brother, my lord. The Malros ate his body.
No matter. There is no crew more skilled at this delicate work. The Empire recently found a damaged shuttle drifting through deep space. It came from a Zerka Corporation research base on Tatooine.
Zerka had Tatooinian artifacts they claimed were the find of the millennium. Mystery devices with the energy throughput of a sun. But a month after the shuttle launch, their research base disappeared. Zerka never came back.
Somewhere in this wasteland is power enough to destroy a world, remake a galaxy. My team is going to find the Zerka base and these artifacts along with it. We will learn their secrets. Will you join us?
If there's such a power to be found here, I will claim it.
Oh, this is wonderful. Our family is growing, Captain.
If you say so, my lord. Welcome to the team.
Now, scattered across the desert, sheltered within caves, live a people called the Sons of Palawa. They are an exacting and ritualistic tribe, come to Tatooine to test themselves against the elements. A settlement nearby has something we need.
Test themselves how?
They pound their fists into sand, drill for water instead of using...
I'm only half paying attention, so I'm going to bring up just something that's on my mind. Since I earlier mentioned, you know, it's not a Star Wars game unless there's Tatooine, when am I going to go to Hoth? Because it's also not a Star Wars game if there's no Hoth.
Circa droids. No doubt.
Do I get to go to Hoth?
Sons of Palawa. And the tribals are not inclined to share.
Perhaps we can negotiate an exchange.
I don't see why I wouldn't go to Hoth.
Mos Ila, the Sons of Palawa decided we were invaders. They'll shoot anyone who gets close.
But why should that stop you? If the droids truly are from Zerka, I want their secrets. Dissect them, peel the droids' armor, and bring the captain their Verba brains. Then they will lead us to the missing Zerka base.
My lord, your reputation for ruthless perfection precedes you.
Was that rather bold-faced flattery a preface to asking my assistance?
My name is Commander Villos. I came to Tatooine to eliminate the Jawa problem. I was wondering, in all of your travels, have you had much experience with Force use among lesser alien species?
I don't think that exists.
What do you mean by lesser aliens?
No offense intended. I was referring to the natives here, the Jawas. I was
I
told
don't think
they'd give
Force
us no
sensitive
trouble.
Jawas
Is it
exist.
possible they use the Force? A dozen of my officers were killed by the vermin, all with burns from lightning.
Oh,
The Jawas are using the Force to resist our occupation.
So
we
they
must bring proof to the
do
Dark
it-
Council.
oh, that's
so
kinda
that they
cool.
may crush the threat.
can I get a Jawa? Can I get a Force sensitive Jawa companion?
That's
Oh my
ridiculous.
god, that would be great.
Sneaking scavenger
Can I get a Force sensitive
That's why I
Jawa
need
companion?
proof. No Sith will
Oh my
believe
god,
it
I
once.
want that so hard
Listen
right
to
now.
what we've just discovered.
Why is
The
Jawa not
tribes
in the
are not
character
isolated as we
creation?
thought. Apparently, they communicate with each other using secret relays in the
Or
deep
Wookiee
desert.
for that matter.
They're training Force users.
Like, why is
Those
there no
relays will be our
Wookiee
way to find out where
or
and
Jawa species in the character creation? You know how many people would want that?
But the Jawas have
But
reconstituted
no,
assault
we've got to
droids
have
around
humans
everyone,
and then
the messages are in
cyborgs,
code.
which are humans and then humans with a bit of metal in them, which somehow takes up 2 different species slots.
Then hunt down the ranking Jawas in the area. If we're lucky.
You know how many
one of
different
them
species
has
you
the
could have in the character creation? It'll be awesome! Like, you'd be making an actual galaxy. What am I doing? Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Until I asked the question, I didn't see that. I was looking for a marker. You know, for an elite, you're not that much of a threat. None of that was that much of a threat.
Your smuggling ring is broken. Here's everything I could salvage.
Excellent. I was hoping that was you I was hearing about. The local authorities have been all in a dither about an unprovoked massacre of suspected exchange members. I hope this compensates you sufficiently for your time.
Criminals and vagabonds. Everywhere on Tatooine, the Empire's great works are besieged by criminals and vagabonds.
Major Veer, sir, you have a guest.
What? My lord, such an unexpected pleasure. Guided to this backwards province to bring order and discipline, no doubt?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
As I was just explaining to the lazy sots in my command, the Exchange Crime
Sots.
Syndicate is flagrantly defying the
Is that their way of getting
directives.
around saying
They're
sod?
banned by Imperial law, yet they
Because
do
some people
reference
find
here
sod to be
dozens of
offensive.
Murderers, spice dealers.
Like,
They've even started processing
technically, it
spice
is a
outside
derogatory
Moscow,
term,
and yet my men
but at
refuse
this
to
point, it's not.
Sir, we lost 15 men in our last attempt.
Quiet. I am well versed
Like,
in this company's many
sod isn't
ways.
really
Clearly,
derogatory
I
anymore.
must turn elsewhere to
Like,
see
sod means
Imperial law
sodomite,
restored.
I guess you better tell
which
me
is someone who engages
The
in
job is
sodomy.
simple. The spice processing
And
operation
yes,
outside
200
Moscow
years
must
ago
be
or so, that was a
completely
derogatory
obliterated,
term for people that
and
engage
its
in
guards
sodomy.
killed as a
But
lesson.
now,
With their men dead
it's
and
not.
machinery destroyed,
like
the
sod, sodomite,
message
that's just,
will be clear. I look
it's
forward
just,
to seeing
it's just a
you when it is
descriptor.
done.
It's a descriptor, that's it.
The world is weeping, and the tears evaporate in the heat of our sins.
I think you mean from the heat of our suns, Isabeau.
No, child. There is a dark presence newly arrived on Tatooine.
You rang.
You made it. The hostiles outside were no match for you, I see.
None of them attacked me.
They tried to stop me.
They were all so below my level that none of them attacked me.
And hard to dispel once contracted. You are the seeker Sarlacc spoke of. You wish to understand the Jedi's purpose in the lair of the Sand Demon.
You see it correctly.
My eyes may be aged and failing, but my mind sees.
Please, Isabeau, make haste. Tell my friend what you know. I will remain here after to hear your wisdom.
Fine. Gather close. Few are aware that Tatooine was once a place of positive Force energy. Jedi made pilgrimages here to renew and purify. The sands speak of a ritual called the Demon's Blood. This is likely what the Jedi that Sarlacc witnessed was engaged in.
Explain this ritual.
The Demon's Blood. A Jedi seeking enlightenment would cover himself in fresh sand demon blood and enter the village of the Savage Ones. Cowering before the Demon Slayer, the Savage Ones would reveal the path to self-discovery and to that which the Slayer seeks.
Do you mean the Sand People?
Tatooine makes most who come here savage. And the Sand People have been here all along.
Isabeau, as I told you, the girl faced the beast but left it unwounded.
There must be another way to bathe in the beast's blood. But you'll have to discover that for yourself, if you care to. To know where this Jedi girl went, you'll have to perform the ritual yourself, and then see if the Savage Ones speak.
I appreciate your help and insights.
Step lightly on my desert. It has been through so much in its life.
Here are the coordinates you will need. After you face the Sand Demon, I will meet you at the Sand People compound. If the legend is true, and the Sand People have something to offer you, I wish to see it with my own eyes.
You know what I kind of want to play? I kind of want to play Endless Legend. You know that, it's like Civ. Like Civilization. Say... Is it? I guess you'd call it turn-based. Well, you all take your turns at the same time, really, so... It's not so much turn-based as it is... a 4X...
I am
How would you describe that genre?
Sons of Palawa. You have won this battle, and I call for parley. You brutalized our keepings. Tell us why our wives and children...
Let's just call it a turn-based strategy game. It's like Civ 5, but... I don't know, there's something to the fantasy setting, just how it looks. It looks good to me, but I've never played it, I'm not willing to buy a game without knowing much about it, honestly. So I've got to look into it, but I'm feeling a strange urge to play it.
You from departing. Beware Tatooine, and beware our vengeance.
Okay, so you're gonna die.
Enemy today.
You won't survive long enough to get revenge.
Nah, you'll get over it, Bet.
I'll
give you a gift. You'll be like, yay. That's what I'm gonna notice, that the gift system is oddly abusive in this game. Like in all single player games, just like you can buy limited amounts of gifts and that's it. I've noticed as long as you have credits you can buy unlimited gifts. So I could do the entire playthrough and have zero affection with like Vet. Buy gifts and just spam them.
Look sharp, men. This is what success looks like. An entire exchange operation crushed like an insect. May your accomplishments
okay, you sir. I still need to talk about the word sot and sod with you.
All that remains is my payment.
What? Of course. Take this with my humble thanks. Our empire's standing will be much improved thanks to your work. Farewell.
I must thank you for the work you did with the Jawa communications. The bugs you set are already transmitting. Any rebellion the Jawas plan will come straight to our ears. I trust finding the cipher gave you little difficulty.
I have yet to meet a challenge I can't conquer.
Let me transmit the code to our surveillance team. Ah, yes! The Jawas speak of spirit wielders, those who possess the magic of their shamans. I assume they
That still brings the question as to why I can't pick a Jawa or a Wookiee in the character creation.
This shaman,
Or like a Biff.
their armies. We need to bring her into custody, study her, learn what she is made of.
What's in it for me?
I assure you, you will not go.
And I've already
unrewarded
just
for your
offset
deed.
all of the negative
Please take her
affection that I
alive.
got from Vet.
The Sith must observe her using the Force. There is little her corpse can tell them. I hope I can rely on you to make this happen.
I'll hunt down this so-called shaman.
Your enthusiasm is admirable, but I wouldn't suggest capturing a Force user without a means to restrain her. This colony was recently favored by a visit from a Sith Lord, Lord Biro. She's known for having captured Jedi. Seek her aid. I'll tell her to expect you.
What's wrong, Hale? I can sense your fear.
Sorry, my lord. I'm remembering that time on Ziost, when I was buried alive.
That's good. Use that.
Okay, I don't know if you guys are just terrible at your jobs or just have bad luck, but this is strange foreshadowing.
The droid minds?
I have what you asked for.
I sense we'll do incredible things together. Zerka's discovery is out there somewhere, sending ripples through the Force.
Let's get the vertebrains analyzed, my lord. Keela.
Memory wipe destroyed the old files, but it looks like the Sons of Palawa bought the droids from Jawas.
All right. Guess that makes the Jawas our next lead to the Zerka base.
What's a Jawa?
The Jawas are one of the native
I've just killed like 20 of them. You can't now ask what's a
They swarm
Jawa.
like rats during the trade season, selling droid parts and generators. Then it's back to the desert.
In my dreams, I see one.
Aren't Jawas meant to be like rats under the hood?
Find them. I must meditate.
That's a strange thought.
Shouldn't this be your responsibility?
Captain Gola and his team could go, but Kayla would die, torn apart by raids. Hale would fall, exhausted from thirst. I don't foresee anyone surviving to meet the Jawas. No, this mission suits your skills.
Show the vertebrains to the Jawas. See if they can't identify the source. They won't have records, but they're clever. Good hunting. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and stay cautious.
Of course. Hello. You must be the bright young Sith I was told to expect. Frankly, I'm surprised you would lend your approval to this sort of mission. The idea that a Jawa, the lowest sort of alien scum, has the discipline it takes to use the Force is nothing short of insulting.
But it would be awesome.
These Jawa shamans are simply charlatans putting on a show for the gullible.
Imagine it, an army of Sith Jawas. It'd be like Yoda, but with a hood.
I need more specifics, not gibberish.
Watch your tone. This has the potential to sow chaos throughout the Empire. Imagine if no one respected the power of the Sith, if they believed the lowest slave could muster the same powers. For the sake of the Empire, it is crucial that the Force remain.
Isn't that how the Sith Inquisitor storyline works? You are one of the lowest slaves? And then it's like, oh, by the way, this low slave is actually a boss in the Force.
On the contrary, I will aid you in Commander Villo's quest, but only because I expect you to redirect your goals. Find this Jawa training ground, hunt down this shaman, but kill her and any Force users you see. Bring Commander Villo's a regular Jawa warrior, and tell him it's the shaman. Any studies will prove conclusively that Jawas have no connection to the Force.
I mean, But hooded Yodas! Think about it! Fine. Whatever.
I will help you preserve the power of the Sith.
Hooded Yodas though, man.
Appreciated. I forged these shackles myself to hold Jedi and cut off their connection to the Force. Using them will suggest the danger this shaman poses. Just take care which Jawa you use them on. How fortunate, my lord. You grace me with your presence just as the Empire needs your talents most. These generators once provided power to most of Mosila. The Empire needs them reactivated, but the Jawas are getting in my way.
People in general chat have been saying that your heroic quest is a bit of a bitch. I'm not sure I want to help you.
What's so special about those power cores?
It's custom Jawa technology. I tried trading for them, but the runts refused. They claim they're being used to power droids, some kind of defense against the exchange. Likely excuse. The Empire can't tolerate insubordination. Perhaps you could massacre their camp, destroy their droids, and bring their power cores to me for the glory and defense of the Empire.
This better not be a waste of time.
I'd never involve you in something trivial. The Jawas set up their defenses outside of town. I'll show you.
It's the hooded Yoda. This honestly just begs the question as to why there is no game ever that allows you to be a Jawa. To my knowledge, anyway.
Did you really think you could get away with raising an army against the Empire? Sith doctors are very curious about the source of your powers.
Oh, I guess I'm killing you. Hooded Yodas though, that would be awesome. Just an army of little Yodas running around in brown hoods and glowing yellow eyes. What was that? What was that that just like fell in my house?
Ah, excellent work. We'll take this wretch to Commander Villos now. Talk to him if you want to learn what comes of it.
Jawa, I have parts here from a droid you sold. I need them identified.
Yeah, look at the hands. I can believe those are the hands of a rat.
Look at this as an opportunity to work with the Empire. You might come out ahead. You're going to tell me what I need, or you're dead.
I don't think I've heard a single Jawa shout Utini as I kill it yet. Can we fix that? All I need is just to hear Utini. Come on, do it. Someone shout Utini. I like the fact that Vet is killing them all like ridiculously quick.
The transport module. What strangers did it belong to? You've done well, Jawa.
I'll be honest, I sort of zoned out during this conversation, and I've forgotten why I'm here and what I'm getting. Like, I just sort of blanked out for a second.